Alright, what is going on, you guys? This is your boy Tech from Project Open Mic. Here we go again. Friday night. Hope you guys are doing well. Give me a second here. You got just the old chair. It's Friday night. Side chat. You know how it goes. Hope y'all are doing well. As we got so much, we got a lot of stuff we could talk about. Good, bad, or whatever. Last night was a crazy show. I want to thank y'all for giving me the time to as it was basically one of the it was a lot of people last night, so just want to talk about just making sure something. Okay, there we go. Okay, I just wanted to talk about certain stuff, of course, of last night's show. So, let me put myself on the screen. Oh, there you go. Alright, anyway, hope you guys are doing well for Friday. Last night's show was very heavy. A lot of topics on there. I'm gonna take some chat, you guys who did saw it last night, episode 53. We talked about, is it Justice or Just Us? You guys could get in chat right now, talk about things, right? Let me see here. Make sure I got the Tempo FM chat up. Give me a second here, just 1 second. I apologize.
Answer your question, yes.
Alright, so I got a chat going up right now and see we have a lot of people up in the spot. Thank you guys, of course. Alright, 2,355 people's already in the building. Thank y'all for that. Tempo FM, Facebook, YouTube, Live, and Twitch. Again, we'll keep on expanding more and more, so we'll go with that. But let me drop down the Friday night music for a second. Alright. Anyway, so we had a lot of stuff we talked about last night. We talked about certain things. I'm gonna just go to random pics of last night, tell you the video. So last night we had a show called Justice or Just Us, where it was a play on Richard Pryor's joke plus truth, what he was like saying. He went to a prison, he looked around, he said, look, it's all black people, it's just us. But when Richard Pryor talked to the people in the building, he's like, wow, these guys need to be behind jail. They're correct. Get me out of here. So just because it looked like it doesn't mean it's the way it is. So we talked about Kyle Rittenhouse and how the case is weird. We talked about how the breakdown of the family with the lady with the $2,000, the mother who killed the babies, that had a boyfriend who beat up on the babies. We have so many topics, and I just want to bring up, of course, those guys in the chat. So I'm gonna pick a few, and that's what I'll do. I'll pick a few, and go through the chat. Okay, now we're up to like 3,000. Like, so we already got 1,000 up. Good going. All right. Okay. Whew. So let's go with this. So we have people on the shout out to the people in the spot. I'm gonna go back and forth. Again, for context, for those who are watching, I could let me see if I could. I want to give people the context of what we're talking about a little bit. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? All right. So there you go. Bring it up on the screen a little bit. So this is, you go to Project Open Mic, you see it right there on the link down there, Project YouTube/Project Open Mic, or putting Project Open Mic. If you see a mic like this, that's basically our emblem. This is the episode last night, Prom Justice Just Us. In that show, we talked about fathers are important, media changing the news right before your eyes, which I showed you that with the Kyle Rittenhouse thing, the breakdown of family, the cops failing the people, and a woman abusing the law and getting away with it. So that's how we doing. That's how we talk about last night. So I'm gonna just dip in because a lot of people look like they have some stuff ready to say. I'm gonna talk about that. I might got a video about something I'll play, and we go from there. Because basically Friday night. So basically just winging it. Literally just winging it. So let's go with how we have the topics. And if you have anything else, wherever chat you are, Facebook, I'll check them frequently. I know I don't get that much stuff there, but I'll check them out. Facebook, live does his comments. It's not really a live chat. Also YouTube if you're there. So I'll check them out if you guys have that. Okay, so let us go with that. And since I'm gonna be jumping back and forth so many stuff, I'm just going to just tell you what the comments pertaining to, because again, it literally didn't have no spring to this. So let's go and see. All right. So this is to the Kyle Rittenhouse thing about the media lies. Daniel Berg, UK. Rittenhouse doesn't have to prove he's innocent. State has to prove that he's guilty. He should sue all media outlets for the defamation. I'm happy that you point out the justification and the difference between the media and the real trial. Sad, a lot of people will never get the true story. Exactly. I might play that over again. See, you know what? Let play that over again. Let's play it over again. Just so you can see what I'm talking about with the whole media thing. I want to do that. So let's do that, just so people can understand it. Well, so you get a context, because I don't want to just be not consequential in that regard. Let me see. Okay. So with that said, let me just give up this right here. And let's listen to how the situation is.
34,000 views. Legal expert Kyle Rittenhouse trial judge statements call into question possible bias. The judge snapped at CNN because he's like, I'm doing everything by the book. Why are you yelling at me? And this is what they do. This segment from MSNBC is truly crazy. Let me play a little bit real quick.
Today is day 6 in the trial of Kyle Rittenhouse, the Illinois teen who killed 2 people and wounded a third during protests after the death of Jacob Blake in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
First of all, Jacob Blake didn't die, but again, this is the news, so I can't say nothing.
Last year, jurors heard from the lone survivor. Gage Grosskreutz, who was training to become an EMT and was providing care to anyone who needed it.
So was Kyle. There's pictures of him doing the exact same thing and videos doing the exact same thing, but you wouldn't put that in a situation.
I'm gonna pause right there and say, according to the actual trial, if you watch it, Kyle Rittenhouse was doing the exact same thing.
He was.
And several witnesses have testified that Kyle Rittenhouse was there with a medical kit, saying he was an EMT, whether he was or wasn't. I know he was a lifeguard, and offering medical care to everyone, including the rioters. You see how they don't include that?
That deadly night in Kenosha, Grosskreutz came across Rittenhouse after he had shot and killed Joseph Rosenbaum and was about to kill Anthony Huber. Grosskreutz acknowledged that he was armed with a pistol, but says his hands were raised when he was shot by Rittenhouse.
Lie.
And I'm gonna prove he's correct, and I'm gonna prove that because we're gonna listen to the actual trial.
That's crazy, isn't it? That MSNBC put out that statement. This guy just lied. Grosskreutz did not testify that he had his hands raised and then was shot. Isn't this insane? Here's a ABC News. Come on, let me give you some mainstream media sources. Shooting victim says he was pointing his gun at Rittenhouse.
There you go. There you go. And to prove the point, let's actually hear the trial of the person. Listen to what the person says. This is to the person as he says. Okay, and this is if you go on the memes, it's a meme because this is the prosecutor's star witness. He survived. He know about this, and even the prosecutor was like, he facepalm because he know what the heck. This is so his actual trial. What happened in the trial, and you see what MSNBC did by lying, like Tim just showed.
That's a photo of you, yes?
Yes,
Okay. That's Mr. Rittenhouse?
correct.
Okay. Now, you'd agree.
See, it might not be the best thing. He had his hands was not up. He pointed a gun at Kyle. Kyle was on his back, sitting down in that position. But they never played the video true because that's before he got shot. Somebody came, the other person came and hit him across the head as a base with the skateboard. But anyway, I'll let you go.
Your firearm is pointed at Mr. Rittenhouse, correct?
Yes,
Okay. And once your firearm is pointed at Mr. Rittenhouse, that's when he fires his gun. Yes?
no,
Sir, look, I don't want to. Does this look like right now your arm is being shot?
that looks like my bicep being vaporized, yes.
Okay. And it's being vaporized as you're pointing your gun
Very fries. These young kids. But anyway, sorry.
directly at him. Yes?
Yes,
Okay, so when you were standing 3 to 5 feet from him with your arms up in the air, he never fired, right?
correct.
It
Okay.
wasn't until you pointed your gun at him, advanced on him, with your gun, now your hands down, pointed at him, that he fired, right?
Correct.
I'm Yankel.
Okay? That's what you heard it. He said correct. That's what they're not gonna let you hear.
It said that you were looking for a non-lethal way to end this interaction.
That is correct, yes.
Yet you pulled
your gun out and began, I'm going to use the word chase. You began chasing or running after a man who was running away from you, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, there you go. That's what he said. Understand. And that's when the guy put his hand like, oh no. That's what he said. Understand. Okay? And I want to play another little tidbit here, because the nether star, so that was the star witness for the prosecutors. Let's go to another another person and what he did. Another person. What he did. Okay, he perjured himself on the stand. I'll show you, and I want to show you what people using the meme at the time. But he perjured himself on the stand. Again, funny how these things work, don't it?
But when he was asked about this post, he said this.
He didn't say that to you.
He never said that to me.
You just posted something about your friend, your roommate, that was a lie.
I did.
This post right here is you equating something that Mr. Grosskreutz said to you.
I lied. He never said that. Those words have never came out of his mouth.
Oh, wow. And this is supposed to be the nether star witness. Oh, good grief. And that's the meme right there that they're using. When the first guy said it, and he said, when you just heard, and the prosecutor was like, oh, God. That's what happened, because this is their star witness, and their second star witness said that was not right. All right, so I just want to give context. I played it over again, but there you go, and that's because you can go to that video and see what I'm talking about. I just wanted to make sure people understand that. And I per se don't care for the kid. The story is a case. The case we handled, basically, the kids basically, it was protection. But I want to change. I only show that to show you that the media will. You can see if you watch the actual trial, you get the truth. But the media spins things. That's what you saw when a guy lied about it. And today, Grosskreutz went on the Today Show. So I'm gonna give credit where credit due. Grosskreutz went on the Today Show, and he said, "Yeah, I had my hands up." So he lied to the people, even though he on the witnesses say that he was pointing a gun. But when he went on CNN, and that's why I said I give credit, even though I don't like CNN. Even Anderson Cooper said, "Well, we're gonna play what you said on the stand," which is good. Hold him to the fire. Just ridiculous. So let's just go through. I see you guys writing more comments, so let's just go through those comments right there. That's what I wanted to make sure of. So that's why the guy was saying about that. Chris Thompson from New York. Rittenhouse is not on trial here. The Second Amendment is. Todd Poren from Washington, D.C. I hope Kyle sues the pants off the fake news station. Tito Moranes from Portugal. What's more amazing is how much crime is being neglected that the... Oh, sorry. Because, yes, sometimes it sounds like I have to read forward so I don't, catch what people say sometimes. He was saying, what's amazing is how much crime is being neglected that the pedophile boy have committed, but yet Kyle's on trial. Well, the guy the guy that the child did, the first person that Kyle killed. And again, I'm not in that he go around and kill people, vigilante, and all that stuff, but I don't have the sympathy for the guy because he was an accused child rapist, and he wasn't even doing it to girls, which is just as bad. He was doing it to little boys by being and preying on single moms and doing like I did in the video in that same show when I showed the woman who let her new boyfriend beat up her kid and left the kid to die. Like, that's the scary part of this stuff. And just weird. Juan Fuentes from Florida, pray to Kyle and his family, his defense, and the jury. I pray they make the right decision. God help us all. Well, sorry. Corthori Penazoma? Corridor Penazoma. Again, if I put your name, I apologize. From Portugal. That looks like my bicep being vaporized. Comedy goal. Okay. Okay. Betty D from UK. He was putting out fires and doing CPR for people who got hurt. It's all on camera. He even had the first kit aid on him. That is true. That was proven in a court case. But again, they don't want to show that stuff in the mainstream media. Excuse me. Because my thing, I was killing again. White supremacist again, but he shot and killed white people. Again, the story would be more better if it was a black guy, but whatever. Dan Giroir from Virginia. When Kyle is acquitted, I hope his lawyers decide to sue the city for millions of dollars. That's gonna happen. Chris Ford from New York. Those news people at the beginning were trying their best to make him sound like the Punisher. Yeah, that's how it goes with Jonathan Woodcutter from UK. There is evidence of him helping multiple strangers. As again, yes, that's what it was. He has that. Frank Chow from New Mexico. Hey, all right. I like getting new people. If Kyle is acquitted, could he sue the media for defamation? Yes, he can, because they literally did lie. Right? He could take the clip I just put there, what Tim just put right there, and say, "Hey, you lied on me." Like Nick Sandman got about 250 million. Yeah, he should do like Nick Sandman and get paid for that. Rob Rosano from Portugal. Okay, good again. The prosecution need Emerson to prosecute this kid. They're professional liars. These lawyers are lightweights. It looks like that. Like the lawyer that's skinny, like I wouldn't want him to be my lawyer at all. Because his questioning is so stupid. It ain't make no sense. Watching that thing is like, it's just like the one with the Loudoun County, where because this Loudoun County with the lawyer came with the excuse of that guy who, who's convicted, that went into the girl's bathroom and raped a girl and anally sodomized a girl, and he said his excuse was, well, my watch got caught up in my dress, that's why I did that. Which is, I'm like, that I can't figure how you can do that to a girl because your watch got caught in your dress. Again, that's how crazy this thing is. But it's ridiculous, okay? It's just ridiculous. I can't. I don't know. I just can't. I can't. I just can't. Okay. And it looked like you guys going around, but that is something different. So I want to go down another road right here because I don't want to be all on that. I've seen some comments about the people about the $2,000 girl. To recoup that one, I'm not gonna play the video, but to recap that one, girl was 19. She did the most despicable kind of porn you can and promoted it and everything. You got $2,000. Her grandmother's like, "Get out of my family for what you've done," which is I could respect that. And you know, she said, "Well, I got $2,000." Like $2,000 is a lot of money, girl. But anyway, so we have Sarah McGillivan from UK. My favorite part of your video is she saying that her actions don't define who she is. That's what these young kids need to understand. Yeah, it does. That's exactly how it works, sweetheart. LOL. Umwale Zaire from Egypt. $2,000 ain't a bag. That's a bill. Shorty, put yourself in the hall of shame for mortgage payment. She doesn't even understand how much she shamed her own entire family. That is true. Owen Brandy from UK. Accountability is like kryptonite to modern women. Also, I wonder what she's going to do when she reaches her mid-30s. I can't tell you that. And the thing about it is, this thing is on the internet forever. That's what I was saying in the video last night. You put this on the internet. So if a person search your name, that's going to pop up. I'm like, oh, Miss Miller. Okay, her credentials looking good. Let's look at her online to see, because she's going to be an ambassador for my company. Go fly around the... Oh, no. She had... that is not good for my brand. Sorry, Miss Miller, you... no. You're not qualified for the job. You're overqualified. But hopefully we'll get back to you, whatever. You put it on the internet, girl, of you doing that heinous thing. That's just, oh my, like, it's stick there. That's going to mess you up. You are correct when you just said that. Appa Regas from UK. She looks rough for 19. Well, sad to see. It only takes $2,000 to degrade yourself. Yes. Chazez Grant from Spain. Grandma laid it down with the class and point and show that we don't put up with this nonsense. That is so true. That is true. Let me see. Sean Walker, I do this. I wouldn't do this with anyone. These guys are professionals, and now so are you. Which is true. It's still just to do that. It's just like, these are the side women like, oh, the white man this, whatever, and you do this to let white man do this heinous act on you. Like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. Don Rogers from Florida. What I do doesn't find me, she says. This is someone just lying to herself. What we do exactly defines us. Someone who murders is a murderer. Someone who steals is a burglar. The definition can only be achieved by one's actions. On the other side, someone who works hard and become a doctor is now defined by the years of action taken. They are now defined as a doctor. Come on, woman, quit lying to everybody else. That is true. Mike Anthony from Washington, D.C. This is truly sad, and I agree with the grandmother's opinion 100%. Roberto Chiron from Portugal. She will still want a high value man when even if she has forever this video online. She literally destroyed her whole life and dating prospects already at 19 years old. No wonder these girls have huge body counts. And oh wow. Or in spice industry for only one night stands. That's why I understand when the grandmother said this was not porn. This was a cheap, you have cheap 50 cents whole doing this live for everybody to see. I agree. Let me pick one more from this topic. I'm gonna jump to another one just because again I go through these to see Robert Eliezer. The lesson to take from the Scarlet Letter should not have been how dare you shame Hester Payne, but rather maybe I shouldn't cheat on my husband. I'm not a Puritan or a Christian even, but shame needs to make a comeback. Shame works. Are we not supposed to call out bad behavior? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. The poor grandmother, you can hear the pain and hurt in her response, especially the mom. She could have never imagined how you could tell. She did the right thing. She did the right thing though. At least she has at least the grandmother has grandsons who are well profound than the granddaughter. Yep. That is. Yep. I agree with that. People still, of course, people still talk. Like I say, jumping back and forth, whatever. Maury Keloid from Washington, D.C., talking about a Kyle Rittenhouse. Deeply racist. Hold up. What? How can a reporter or news anchor just make a statement out of thin air? WTF. That's why I'm doing this. The story is what it is, but I want to point out that people will be like, oh, they don't keep up with our stuff. So like, oh, this guy's he was a horrible guy, blah, blah, blah. But if you watch the actual trial, so when people be like, how did he get free? How did whatever? How did this happen? Does the same thing with Bill Cosby. They're like, oh, he's convicted. He's a horrible person. But you didn't watch the actual trial. Same thing with Nick Sandman. You got to watch the actual trial to find out how he got free. What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. That's what it is. Kerry Perry, you are correct to call out what you said, Tig. Deeply racist, except for every single person was white. Laughing emoji. Exactly. Sharon Razzano from Italy. The prosecutor admitted that Kyle's gun was his uncle's, who lived there, and the gun was set to stay with Kyle when he was returned home. So the gun didn't cross state lines, and it never will. Well, yeah, it didn't. But again, they don't want to go with that. Mo Poliska, oh boy. Again, I'm sorry if I butcher you guys' name. Poliskavi, which is from Poland. Why is the witness not in jail up on charges or attempt to murder since he was chasing a person with a gun and threatening his life? Well, and his life was not in imminent danger. You're correct. But I think because they blowed off his bicep, as he said, vaporized, that happened. It sucks. I want to jump a little bit of the story last night about the mother who had, it's crazy. Again, if you want to catch up on the stuff, go back to tomorrow. Go to Project Open Mic or Tempo FM. Those two are the only ones that have an archive or whatever. But Tempo FM does disappear after a month. So go to YouTube, Project Open Mic on YouTube, and check out episode 53. And you can watch the video and you catch up with everybody else what they're saying. So Vernon Montgomery from New York. Gloria goes to jail, but Brian, the murderer, is in a mental hospital. Now, what does that say about the justice system? It's messed up. The whole system failed the kids. The kids in that situation failed bad. Really, really bad. Edmund Gonasic, Gonasic, Chiocio. Again, sorry if I pronounced the name wrong. Also from Italy. I am grateful for your show because stories like these get swept under the rug by the news media and the device community. Thank you for talking about this story. You're welcome. You are definitely welcome. Okay, I'm just making sure of something there. Okay, you're definitely welcome. These people, they Mike Heaton from Washington D.C. These people, they must come from hell to abuse these kids. Yes. Again, these people in this story. Well, I can't say that. Not gonna say that on. That's why I don't show the chat. That's crazy. You can't don't can't say that and don't do stuff like that. And also, Terry Johnson, yeah, don't be typing stuff like that. That's just not helping the situation. Okay. So Colin Darry from UK. I want to thank you for posting up videos and talking about this tragedy because people need to understand how dangerous the world is out there. I know it's not easy because the stories is disheartening, not to mention traumatic. Some may not realize that in doing this work, you are affected also. PTSD is real. So I pray for your well-being and ask the others to do the same. We will protect you and each other from from these energies. If all possible, please do follow up on some of these disturbing stories. One love to all. I'll say this. Yes, I understand some of this stuff. It doesn't, I'm not gonna push some of this stuff down. But I just know that the true evils of people. There's a saying, I forgot who said it. But there's a saying, no one knows the evil that lurks in men's hearts. And I meant men like plural, like men, like women and men too. There's a lot of evil out there. I bring it up to show you that the system failed. Not only did the kid, not only the mother failed the kids by bringing this heinous man to beat up and kill the kid, murder a kid is just disgusting. Child Protective Service failed them because they didn't check up on them. The welfare office failed them because I'm like, wait a minute, you went from one apartment to another apartment, so why are we paying for 2 apartments? Why are you moving? Well, we're gonna. They didn't check to see what's going on. The family, yes, I give them a little grace here and there, but they also have fault to some of this as well too. The school didn't figure out, wow, I have not seen the kids for a year. What's going on? Like all the system was everything failed these kids, and the side that a boy lost his life, and then the boy, and also if you want to talk about the tragedies like you just said about the energy and stuff, like I feel for the boys. I really hope they get go to get a psychologist and just make sure this is just it's just sad. It's just sad. We fail in all cases. Rico Lewis, swallowing is a component. Okay, I get it, but it's relevant in my point. It's relevant to the story, not to ignore the obvious. He didn't do this with a white girl. He did it with black boys with multiple fathers he cannot currently bond with. He murdered. He's a murderer. Getting mental health treatment. He did this to black children. Now black mothers can't even enjoy their golden years. not a white grandma. He did not even show. He didn't even do this to his own. I am sure that he could have found a white girl to do this to. Someone that's irrelevant to the case. The guy is just a. The guy literally is a. He's just a horrible person.
You piece of loser.
That's what he is. So I can't, it's just sad. All sad about this. Of course, people still going through that with the thing. John, Parker View, talking about the girl who basically did the disgusting porn for $2,000. She just went back. She just set black women back. He's from New York. Many years. Gotta have respect. You gotta have to respect yourself. Terry Scott said, basically, I don't believe that she looks every bit like a 40-year-old from New York. Sal's good from UK. She's been lost, and actually, she thinks that she's been on top of the game. The delusion is real in this world. Yeah, it is. I also want to thank the people who are talking about the other one with the girl, the father who died from the situation, which is bad. Sad that the father tried to protect his family, and he lost his life. Which is just it's his own despicableness, of course. Oops, sorry about that. Jim Hill's talking about the one where I said the father one. The dispatcher was incompetent. The city or agency hired her should be sued. She should be charged not only for the dismissive attitude in a man's plight, but completely ignoring the fact that the child was in pertinent danger. And she was. Panda G, I'm happy that you brought this story out talking about the cops. First, I used to thought that all cops were bad and we need to disband the police. But after seeing what you showed me, they are good cops and they are bad cops. And that cop needs to go to jail. The sad thing about it is you point out the correct thing. Because the cop was not white, the story never went viral. Which again that's the problem. If the cop was white that shot that black man, the story would get big. But because it was a Hispanic that shot that black man, an innocent black man, where's the media? Where's the media? Except for local news, where was the regular media? Nowhere to be found. Because it's not a black man gotten shot by a white man. Leon Marcus. We all need to call the Chicago PD and speak up for the to remove the dispatcher. We also call citizens who are outraged before this unprofessionalism that ultimately cost a man's life. And you are correct that because the cop was not a white man, that this got swept under the rug. He should be in jail, and this should be just as big as if it was a George Floyd incident. Because yeah, you kill an innocent man. He was not a perpetrator. Somebody was trying to kill him, and you did the job for that person by killing him, cop. But because it's a female and not a dude as well, get away with stuff. Sad. It's sad. It's sad. Sean Edwards from New York, RIP to a good man. Mike Willamette. Okay, sorry you're from New York, but Willamette. Even regular people got names that's in America. I got problems with. Jesus Christ. Sorry about that. This is the second black female that was caught the heat for conducting during an emergency call. I don't know what is with black women and the customer service profession, but I agree with you that their responses always seem like they are being interrupted. Yeah, I played a video of they talk about the dispatcher because she felt dismissive. A man's life is under danger, and she was like, "Why did you call? Do you need the police?" Like they have the attitude. It's like, why? You took the job. This is I can understand if I could get it more easy if it was a regular, just a customer service thing, whatever, and you could be that. But you took a job that puts you that you have the power of life in your hand, and to be dismissive like that is just gross. As going back to the comment, as if they're watching a TV or doing their nails, like someone is introducing them, intruding in their time. Damn shame that a brother lost his life and the dispatcher downplayed a call and probably passed misinformation to the deputies. I got you, and I get you that played into that thing, and the deputy went in there, but still, the kid said, you heard it on the call, like I said last night. Again, go listen back to the whole 911 call. The mother had the knife, and she was stabbing the father. The child said it. The guy said it on the 911 call. There was no marks on the mother, but you went into the house, you saw that the mother stabbing the man, and then you shot the man.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
That's crazy. You took a man's life innocently like that. I need it, man. I need it. But I gotta call the deputies out for doing that too. She helped out in that situation, and the deputies did the same thing too. Because the point about it, the deputies lied on the police report, protect the woman's name, and said that he didn't listen to commands, and he was lunging back at the cops. So you looked at the police body cam; he was on the ground. He didn't do none of that. But and again, the cop should have never been a cop anyway. He was a Hispanic dude. He was the police chief a year ago said he should not be in the police force. But why he's still in the police force? He just killed an innocent man. That's despicable. Oh, it is that crazy. You know what? So I want to thank you guys up there. I'm seeing, like I said, we got to 10,352, and it's keep on growing. I as a lot of you guys said, and I ain't got nothing against that. I do. I thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Go out there. If you want to go watch this show again, share it, comment, dislike, a thumbs up. Go on to YouTube, help out the algorithm in that regard. Say it with Tempo FM or on Twitch or on live or on Facebook. Share the content so you could see how crazy this really is. But last night, well, like I said, was a heavy show. It was not really too much joking I could joke about or do stuff like that. So I don't want to keep it, as the guy said, yeah, does it affect me? No. But I'm just seeing the comments right here. Some of it is just disheartening and everything, and I get it. It's sad that happened, and we're going to just keep it to a minimum in that regard. So I want to thank you guys out there for come in and join and sharing your opinions about the story. Again, if you want to go, you can comment on the thing on Tempo FM or on YouTube or on Facebook. You'll comment on there, and we go from there. Keep the conversation going. But I'm gonna just take it as that and move on to next week. New show, new stuff. Let's hope that he's not. I don't have to do a very heavy show like I did last night. I'm hoping not. But it's Friday. You're supposed to get most of you will get a check. You got a weekend coming up. It looks good. I smell weekend. The weather should be nice to go out there and enjoy. Hopefully wherever you are. It's early morning for you guys on Tempo FM in Europe. Again, it's a good morning to y'all. Hope y'all have a good day. And the same thing for people right now who's at nighttime. I hope you guys are going out getting prepared for Saturday, and I hope your day goes well. With those stories from that, remember, please protect yourself, protect your family, protect your neighbors, and protect your community, because that's the best way to do that. And remember, evil comes in all shape, size, color, creed, heights, nationality, occupation. It makes no difference. Evil is evil, and we should not be talking about this craziness. All right? And of course, my favorite thing to talk about, remember, people are stupid, individuals are smart. Come on, guys. Be a smart individual. Get multiple sources when you're looking at the news. Make sure that you don't fall for the, as anyone for you say, you don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Don't do that, all right? Become intelligent people. Again, all of us are ignorant, but learn up about things before you go spraying out craziness. What it is. So I want to thank everybody out there who thank you that I share the videos and talk about the stories that I talk about. Yes, I'm proud to do it, but let's put it away. It's not easy. A lot of things. I just want people to do better. Literally, that's all I wanted to do. So with that said, y'all have a good night. Have a good weekend. Catch you again Thursday, Straight No Chasers. Tuesday, Straight No Chasers. Thursday, Project Open Mic. Friday, Sidecheck. We'll be back here again. Same bad time, same bad channel. Thank you for giving me your eyes, your ears, and of course, most importantly, your time. So, have yourself a good Friday, and then we'll peace out to that, okay? Peace.
I'm putting this on the news tonight. Bye! Have a great Friday, you mother...
Sorry about that.